Hello guys and welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 14, round number 9 for the European Grand Prix, as I've decided to dub it, here in Estoril, since the opening round was in Portimao. Could call it the Estoril GP, but I feel like we've never had a European GP before, so why not change up a little bit? So VTR back in Phillip Island claimed his 5th championship, as Jack Berman and his team had an absolute stinker. Finished 8th in the sprint and 10th in the main race. And now the battle rages on for second place. Jack and Finley both not here because they have been to Barcelona for the final round of the real life MotoGP. Nick Jumping, I've been informed, will not be racing next week. So Craig has got a pretty open goal here to score some big points and nab second in the championship. And the VTR winds it up, takes a really wide entry and mid corner to get the best exit possible down this long home straight where we saw Nicola Belega pass Toprak by 3 thousandths of a second across the line in the Super Pole race. And that is a Yamaha running really wide of that's Repsol Schmoys. But he is following Nick Jumping, and I think Nick Jumping this season's been probably the most improved ride out of everybody, finishing consistent top 5s and even a race win. And if it wasn't for him missing next week, he could generally finish second in the championship. As a notice feature, see Trellix in the game refused to acknowledge that, so we'll go on board Craig, second elect. He just needs to finish inside the top 4. And he'll move into second place. Now, that's easier said than done for Craig this year, because one round to the next has just been a complete wave. Just very big amounts of inconsistency. Sometimes he's on it, he's in the fight for the win. Other times he's on the floor, left, right and centre, and he's nearly out the points. Now we do have a new rider here today with Christian DP26. He's not at the pitch yet though. But I think we're going to have Nick Jumping be the first rider to cross the line with a 1:31.7. Craig, set to go fastest. He crosses the line now, and he goes faster by 1/10 of a second. Howling Siege goes into third. Reps coming up to the line now. Moves into third. And VTR's invalidated his lap again, so VTR, his first run, not going to plan. And again on the green paint, so some inconsistencies going on here. Lewis, I've worked out in the main races, has finished in a different position every single time. So that's good in a weird way, but it'd be good if he could get some consistency going. And he moves into 6th place. So he is last of all the riders who have set lap times. And Craig is going faster. I was told by an anonymous source that throughout the week he's been one of the fastest, and apparently he's come on today and just lost that couple attempts, but maybe he's just rediscovered them. And he did make quite a hash of the chicane. So the fact he's still got 3 red sectors, quite impressive, although I think the sector point is just as you go into the chicane, so I will not be surprised if he's lost his lap time as he comes up to the line now. Does he improve? He doesn't. That mistake cost him. VTR red sector. What's he going to take pole by? Oh, and he has a bit of a moment on the front end. And Reps now moves into 3rd place, back in front of Howling. Right at the edge of the curb. Into the hard braking zone of turn 6. I think he just touched the green again there. He's just going to be really annoyed at me, probably. And there he goes, coming across. Jumping like it's Cadwell Park. Oh, he's gone down in the process. You know, he's the reigning champion. He should know better than to not abuse the track limits that the game sometimes offers. And Nick Jumping's got a penalty for impeding, apparently, and Craig's gone down. But here comes Amir around the final corner. Set his first lap time. Finished second in the previous race. From pole position, he led every lap but the last one. Schmoyes improves to 5th place. Lewis is also on an improving lap. Minmon, and Schmoyes goes really, really wide. To the rear skating, losing traction in the downhill braking zone. Not the greatest run through the right-hand kink then to go into the chicane. That was a decent enough run. Just 2 more corners to negotiate. Now we go into the final corner, the parabolica curb. And now up to the line. And then Mon goes into 7th. He jumps Amir to Heifer. Amir is improving more so. And Nick Jumping's on a lap. Where is Nick? Oh, he's behind it. He's behind Amir on track. So we'll go back with Amir to Heifer. Can the Grassini Ducati jump on to the second row of the grid? He's got to find 0.8 of a second or more. Cross the line. And he does, he moves into 5th place. Nick Jumping, can he steal pole position? He doesn't, but he's 69 thousandths of a second away. And VTR again at track limits. So VTR, not having the qualifying session at the moment that he needs. But in the sprint weekends, he has proven he can start from last place and still win the race. So I doubt he'll be panicking. So it's just VTR and Christian left to set lap times. Minmon improving. About 7.5 tenths off the next rider. And this right hand is such a long radius. Just waiting for it to finally go full gas up and now down the home straight. To hopefully improve lap time for Minmon. He does improve by a couple of tenths. Now VTR. He's managed to make it through the first 2 sectors without validation. Hopefully he's done it legit because I haven't been able to watch him. And now into the chicane. It's 3 red sectors. Just 2 more corners to negotiate. Into the left. Nice and safe to not use the inside curve. Through the right. Taking a very wide line. Probably just to get the best exit possible. Christian's struggling to stay on 2 wheels here. Ride-out device activated. And now up to the line. Will VTR take pole position? He does by half a second. Craig is improving. So let's see what he can pull out in this final sector. How close can he get to VTR with 5 minutes remaining of this session? And he manages to set the exact same lap time. And the other Aprilia continues to improve. Mimon just chipping away. And you got to remember that there is no, even though there's a long lap here in real life with World Superbikes, in the game, because it's meant to be from the 2009 season, the track didn't actually have a long lap route. So It's only 3 seconds as Minmon improves and is 1.9 seconds off VTL's lap time. Howling Siege, who is searching for his first podium of the season, I believe. He came oh so close to Mazzano, but he just made one mistake too many. He could have won by just simply staying within track limits, but at the moment I talked about it, he then blew it, as he's just done there. And now Reps into turn 6. The home rider. 7 tenths off currently, but I know he'll be able to find some lap time from somewhere. You usually do that at the home Grand Prix. Through the right kick, lovely over the curb. Now to the chicane. The front end just wants to fold with the odd camber. Can Reps jump onto the front row? He needs to find just over a tenth. The rear skating underneath him, trying to find all the grip in the world. And up to the line. And Reps matches the lap time of Craig. And goes joint second, which will be third. Oh, and Lewis has gone down at... I'm trying to figure out what that is. Oh, that's the chicane. Schmoys, we haven't seen much of Schmoys in this session. We saw him being towed by Nick jumping earlier, and now he's on the toe of Howling Siege. Howling taking a very defensive line into turn 6. And he's gone completely off track, and I think Nick Jumping just went off track there as well. So I think VT will be happy to see me trying to keep control of track limits. But second to fourth, separated by 69 thousandths of a second. And Christian has another moment another invalidation. So he is struggling here. Schmoy's looking to retake his spot on the second row of the grid. Exiting the final corner. Don't use the outside curb. And now up to the line. And the Austrian does move into 6th place, but Amir himself is on an improvement. And he jumps back into 5th, so Schmoy has got to find some more time as he invents a new racetrack. And VTR improving further. Can he get into the 130 bracket? Hard on the brakes into turn 6, the rear snapping, looks like Pecco. Oh, and he's lost the front. Trying to squeeze the front brake a little bit too much. I'm taking a very wide line through turn 4. Now he's going to turn it right for turn 5. Heading towards turn 6. Let's see if he doesn't exceed challenge. Much better line into the corner now. He doesn't run wide. Nicely done by the Dutchman. Up to the white line, back to the other side of the white line. Oh, and the front end's just gone away from there, I could tell. And he's lost the lap. And now he's going to do a Cadwell Park jump. And unlike VTR, he's kept it on 2 wheels, but he has gone round to the gravel. It's going to be... I don't think he's going to make it, as somebody's gone down behind him now, Schmoys. Lots of corner cutting going on. It's a drag to the line between him and Craig to try and get the final lap of the session in, but I think they're just going to run out of time. Yeah, Craig's peeling in the pits, he knows what it means. And Nick Jumping's jumped Craig and Reps right to death here. Christian looks like he's going to finally get a lap on his final go-round. VTR improving in the first sector. As we keep an eye on Christian through the chicane. He's completely missed the first apex. He's got the second apex alright though. He's taking a really wide line on exit and entry into the next corner compared to everybody else. So I think we've just seen the fact that Christian maybe has a lack of experience around the Estoril circuit. And it's just Christian and VTR left to complete the session. And Christian's just completely gone off the track. So And that's it. So VTR is on pole position, ahead of Nick Jumping and Craig in third. Reps is fourth, Amir fifth, Howling sixth, Schmoy seventh, Lewis eighth, Minmon ninth, and Christian rounds out the field in 10th. And I'll restart the lobby due to everybody getting impeding penalties, etc.
Marshals wave the green flag, the riders on the grid focus their attention on the light. We're ready for the start of the Portuguese Grand Prix here at Estoril.
Right, so let's get this grid order correct and then let's get going. That's worked out well, the order's now correct. So let's get going. So my money's on VTR to win the race because why would you not pick him? But let's see if anybody can put a stop to him. It looks like everybody's ready, so let's get going.
As the marshals wave the green flag, the riders on the grid focus their attention on the light. We're ready
The lights are on. Long wait. And we're off. And Nick jumping looks to get the best launch out of everybody as they head towards turn 1 for the first time. VTR's latest on the brakes. But Mia sends up the inside at turn 1. And it's going to be Reps who takes the... Oh, Nick Jumping's gone down. And Reps takes the lead of the race. Mia Tahifa's in second. It was a fantastic start for the home rider as they head towards the second. Oh, and who's that? That was Mimmo. Mimmo got himself up to third place. And he's had a massive... I don't know if he's braked on the grass there or what, but the bike's had a massive jolt and he's just face planted him on the floor. And now Craig goes up the inside of VTR. So VTR down in 4th place. Reps out in front. So VTR's got a tiny bit of work to do, not as much as he does in sprints. Always trying to go around the outside at turn 6. He's forced. Oh, and Christian's gone down. That's not. Oh, and Lewis has gone down as well. VTR and Craig side by side heading down towards turn 7. VTR's got the inside line, so he's going to have the camber helping him out there. So these 4 out in front already pulled out a 1.1 second lead over Schmoys as they go into the chicane. VTR looking to try and find a way past Amir, wasting no time as Reps has pulled out 8 tenths of a second lead in the first lap. But we know VTR is capable of closing that gap down. He's now in the slipstream, but Craig's going to get a double dosage of slipstream as well. But here comes VTR, pulls out to the right hand side, onto the brakes. Craig's going to try and go the long way round. But VTR moves into the into second place, and Craig completely blew with the first corner. So VTR into second. He now has his former title rival from a few seasons ago, Reps, in front. I want to say Reps won here 3 seasons ago, but I might be wrong. Because it was 3 seasons ago, in season 11, where Reps just went on a run in the second half of the season, winning races left, right and centre. He would take the lead and clear off as Craig goes up the inside of Amir, but he's completely blew turn 6. And Amir retakes the position quite easily. Down into turn 7, and we got a bit of a battle here between Schmoys and Howling Siege for 5th. Howling using a lot of inside curb, trying to gain the grip. And he's looking up the inside into the chicane. Lovely move there by Howling. The front end looked to have tucked, but Schmoys just forces his way back through on the inside. And Howland's got to do the work all over again. Meanwhile, Craig is now in the slipstream of Amir. Down the home straight. It's 2.5 tenths. I don't think he's close enough though. VTR sets the fastest lap of the race into the heavy braking of turn 1. One thing we've definitely seen over the course of this game, riders can catch each other up quite quickly, but the moment you get into that half a second range, the progress completely halts. Oh, and here comes Craig up the inside into turn 3. Does he make it stick? He's got the inside now for turn 4, and I think he has done. But Amir's going to take the title line, try and turn it underneath the Aprilia, but Craig covers it off, and he's now into 3rd place securely. Oh, and Christian's gone down again. Hard on the brakes into turn 6. Craig trying not to overdo it, as Christian's already left. And Craig holds on to 3rd place finally. Ormie trying to go around the outside of Craig, that didn't work. Getting sucked into the slipstream. Meanwhile, Howling Siege maybe again, and he's not close enough to make an attempt. We've seen our VTR is now within the half a second range of Reps. It's hard to make moves at this circuit. You've got to really commit to them, but when you commit, you can't. If you don't have faith in the brakes, that's when things can go wrong. So, easiest scenario, just get really close to him on the exit of this corner, slipstream him out, brake him into turn, or just block past him down the straight. Easier said than done though, but here comes Howling. He's picking the left-hand side for some reason. He's picked a bit earlier than Schmoys, but I think his plan is to just turn it underneath and get the drive out. But he can't. Schmoyes has blocked his path quite well. Or he hasn't. Howling just drove past him around the outside, and Howling is into 5th place. Bit of a front end moment into turn 3, but that's what happened to Minmon earlier on. Whoa, and Schmoyes again. Ultimate opportunist. Howling goes the tiniest bit wide. Schmoyes says, thank you very much, I'll take that gap. Howling's going to try and force him back, gives him the receipt, and Howling is back into 5th place. Sometimes you have to be given what you get, and Schmoyes has definitely got that. Nick Jumping moves into 6th place in the background there. Meanwhile, up front, Reps leads by 4/10 over VTR. Reps a bit wide into turn 7. And now into turn 8 and into the chicane. VTR, is it within overtaking range? If you can, maybe not. You've got to be about 2/10 behind, I think, coming out the final corner onto the straight. And Schmoyes has gone down in the chicane. And Nick Jumping is now all over the back of Howling. So let's see if Howling can hold off Nick Jumping. Or will he allow Nick Jumping through just to close the gap between the front 4? You see, Reps has just got the right amount of margin to hold off VTR so far. Oh, now it's going really wide into turn 1. But where's the move going to come for VTR? You can see you can turn the bike a lot tighter. Got a bit more front end. But he did say after qualifying that he was struggling in the braking zones as Lewis has gone down. VTR's really close to the back of the Yamaha now, but he's completely blown turn 6. So he's got all the work to do again. Well, not all the work, he's not really lost that much time actually from that mistake. Turn 6 is one of those corners where you can make an error but actually gain time because you can use the extra tarmac to pull away or close the gap back up with the drive. But so far, Reps is just doing enough to hold off the reigning champion. Amir, Craig and Minman all getting track limits warnings, and Schmoyes as well. I think Amir and Craig have got that glitch where it just says making contact, but VTR is within a 10th now of Reps. It's just the moments he can make a pass on the brakes into turn 1. No, he's not close enough. We might get the exit though. Reps was quite hot in, but so was VTR. VTR's got time on his side. He's still got 9 laps to find a way through. These races can go by quite quickly, and VTR again running really wide. But he will get the better exit. As you have a look at the counter in terms of the tyre wear. Soft front, medium rear, I've taken the presumption that the medium rear is the softest option you can go with. More track limits warnings from Minmon. You can just tell VTR is being disturbed by the dirty air. He just can't turn the bike or brake the bike how he wants to. But if he can just nail this last sector, that's all it'll take to get past Reps. He's going to take a really, really wide line, plant the power on the GP24. Oh, he's using the outside curb as well. That's going to hamper his drive just a tiny bit. And again, he's just not in overtaking range. Oh, I thought he went down and I was just lag. But Reps is a bit deep into turn 1. So if VTR can just find a way through that point. Oh, here we go, this might be the move. Reps is wide. He's wide at turn 3. Oh, but Reps just shuts the door on him. And he's just going to turn it tight in turn 4, but I think the same result's going to happen. Yeah, Reps just edging him out. Oh! Reps just hanging VTR out to dry. Thankfully, there was no big drama going on there. All Reps is wide again. Reps some mistakes are starting to creep in now as VTR is applying the pressure. As Nick Jumping and Howling Siege are quite close together. There you go, Nick Jumping goes up the inside of Howling, but can Howling fight back? He'll try if he can. Yeah, here we go into the chicane. He sends it, but Nick Jumping holds it around the outside. But Howling turns it back underneath. Beautiful move. But then Nick Jumping's going to get the exit back through the kink. And the Trackhouse Aprilia retakes 5th, but here comes Howling Siege. He's going to... got to try... He was taking the title line, actually. He's going to try and turn it underneath the RSGP Aprilia, but he can't do so. But now he's going to stay in the slipstream. As we've got to go back to the front. And VTL is still not found their way through on Reps. Is Howling going to... if I know Howling's going to attack into turn 1, yeah, he does. I think he's made a big contact. He's going to break himself, surely. Yeah, but there we go. Howling is going to have to relinquish 5th place finally after that good battle. VTR still trying to find a way through on Reps, but Reps is just not giving him any chance at all. He's had a couple of sniffs, and Reps has shut the door on him both times. Reps is going to have to be mindful of track limits. He has got 3 warnings now. You can see VTR just all over the back of the Yamaha. But the opportunity's just not presented itself just yet. It's just a matter of time. When does that moment occur? When does it strike? Does VTR just pull out a move right out of nowhere? I'm sure his brain will be ticking, trying to figure out a way through. But this might be the lap now. He's really close to the back of that Yamaha. Can he find the slipstream? Can he get his way through on the Yamaha? That's got to be close enough, surely. He's got a good exit, but Reps clever, goes all the way to the right, but here comes VTR. He's got the inside line now. Can he outbrake him? He's looking, he's trying, he's thinking about it. But he can't do it. Reps just that tiny bit stronger. VTR might have just... He would have been ideal maybe if he'd let it off the brake, but here we go. He's got the inside line for turn 3 now. But he's going to run wide, surely. And he does, and Reps retakes the lead. Now VTR's going to send it into turn 4, it looks like. No, Reps shuts the door. And VTR's got to try again. Maybe to turn 5, he's got the drive. But Reps is not... He's not letting this happen. Using his body as a barrier. VTR's going to have to outdo himself at turn 6 again. Has he gone off the track? Yeah, he has. He's gone round to the gravel. And he turns back onto the circuit, 1.5 seconds back. So now we're going to see what VTR's pace really is. But this is what happened. It's happened a few times this season. He just gets a bit uncomfortable with the dirty air and gets caught out. Reps has taken the fastest lap off VTR, to be fair. But let's see if VTR can regain it this and the next lap. So 1.5 seconds the gap was. Well, it was probably a bit less than that because VTR would have got a good exit out of turn 6. So the gap's 1.4. What's the gap going to be this time next lap? Oh, he's getting around the edge of the curb as well. It's maximum commitment. This has got to be a qualifying lap for VTR now. Reps, he's just going to keep doing what he's been doing all races. He doesn't have to be as defensive. He doesn't have to think. VTR has taken out 4 attempts in one sector. And Reps has gone really, really wide through turn 3. Mistake that he did not need to make. And now VTR's right back with the M1 Yamaha. The battle now resumes, 0.5 second the gap. But once again, VTR's now back to that stage where the bike is not going to behave as nice as he wants it to with the dirty air. But the tyres are starting to give up. And Reps does have less edge of the tyre. And I think that's starting to show. He's got more wear on the left and right side of the front tyre. And it's just got more general wear on the rear. But Reps does have more wear, at least less wear in the centre of the front tyre, so that might explain why into turn 1 he's just able to fend off VTR. But now, VTR's all over the back of Reps now. This has got to be it, surely. He's got the exit. He's got the inside line. Reps is now onto the curb as well. VTR blasts into the lead, but now Reps is going to get the slipstream back as they go side by side into the braking zone of turn 1. And Reps is going to turn it over him, force each other off the track. And Reps is going to hold position. But he has picked up a long lap penalty in the process, so I guess that's kind of fair. And VTR finally moves into the lead. He turns underneath the Yamaha at turn 3, but he's round wide. And Reps is going to retake the place, but I think VTR is going to get the better exit. He's now going to turn 5, and VTR is finally set free into the lead, or is he? Reps could make a move into turn 6. He's looking up the inside, he's sending it, Poof! That was an aggressive move, but Reps gives him the place back as I head down towards turn 7. So it's just VTR, Nick Jumping and Howling, and Minmon who do not have long lap penalties currently. Into the chicane. Oh, and it's all going wrong for Reps now, making a lot of mistakes. The first half of the race was really good. Great defensive job, and then the moment VTR lost touch and made a big mistake, I think maybe that's what shifted the focus. And that's where he's just lost that bit of rhythm now, as Nick Jumping is starting to close in on Amir Tahitha in 4th. Well, he's going to take the position anyway because of long lap penalties. It's a good comeback ride for Nick Jumping, but it does. I think this ride will mean he will finish 4th in the championship. But more importantly for Craig, he is going to move himself into 2nd place. In towards turn 6 we go. And you can see Mizzy taking a really nice tight line. And now into turn 7, heading towards turn 8 and then into the chicane. Through the chicane. Nick Jumping's all over the back of Amir now. Has now changed direction into the left-hander and then into the final corner. So the gap, 4/10. Nick Jumping's half the gap in 1 lap. He's got slipstream on the Gratini Ducati as well. Is the move going to come on the penultimate lap of this race for 4th place? Even though Nick Jumping's going to have it anyway. It's funny that all the riders who've not got long laps are separated by 3 places between the riders who've got them. So it looks like VTR isn't going to take the fastest lap unless he's got grip in the tyres to do it. And Lewis has had another crash. Where's he crashed? I can't tell. But Nick Jumping now is all over the back of Amir. Hard on the brakes. Heading towards the chicane, I don't think an opportunity is going to present itself. But maybe Nick can get close enough to get the run down the straight to take 4th on the final lap. Amir runs hot on Nick's at the penultimate corner. But that's forced him to take an actually ideal line for the final corner because it means he's going to get a good exit. Oh, and Nick has blown it as well. So 3.5 tenths. Can Nick take fourth on track? Craig is pretty much secure in third place unless he makes a mistake. VTR's got the race win sewn up. Where can Nick make a move? Amir's just done a great job just taking all these corners extremely tight, allowing no gaps to present themselves, and Nick just isn't getting the exits to profit from the tight apexes of Amir. So Amir doing great defensive riding here. I see that he's run wide, but Nick isn't close enough. Into turn 7, he's using a lot of inside curb. Into the chicane. I think Nick jumping isn't going to get it on track, but one person is going to win. I've lost count he's won this season, but it's going to be a lot. He rounds the final corner. It's a bit of a difficult first half of the race for him, but VTR is going to win once again. It's another victory for the reigning champion. Reps take second. Craig will finish in third. Amir Tahifa holds off Nick jumping for fourth on track. Howling Siege will take sixth. Schmoyes will be seventh, with Lewis in eighth and Minmon in ninth. Is Minmon just going to finish? I think he just failed. So there we have it. VCR's your winner. Rep second, Craig third, Nick fourth, Mia fifth, Howling sixth, Schmoy seventh, Lewis eighth, and Minmon in ninth. So we'll now move on to the interviews. First off, we have got Craig in third place. Craig, it was a bit of a quiet race, let's say, in third place, but this crucial podium now means you move back into second place in the championship with one round to go. So how does that feel?
It's good that I've moved back into P2. Just when I come on to practice today, just felt a little bit weird. Then I got to rhythm a practice session just before we started this, and just couldn't put it into this race, unfortunately. And the start of this race was a bit hectic. I had quite a few warnings straight away, to be honest, so I was quite worried about that, but I was trying to push. Reps and VTR just had that bit more pace and consistency, and because I got a long lap, 3-second penalty, I was just trying to bridge the gap between me and Amir. I did make a big mistake into turn 7. I thought I was actually going to crash. I was out on the green. I lost a lot of time, but I'm happy with a podium again, and obviously being back in P2. So I'll go down to the last round with me and Jack. I think that's just who's involved in that, but it will be interesting. But yeah, well done to Reps and VTR again.
Yeah, so well done, and let's see who wins the fight between you and Jack Berman next week for second place. And now we move on to our race victor, VTR. Reps give you a challenge at his home Grand Prix, as I think we'd expected. And how was it just trying to find a way through that Yamaha M1?
Yeah, it was actually quite a fun race today, had a bit of a challenge. Reps' pace was really good here, and I kind of knew this going into this race. He had really good pace, I have to be honest, Jeremy. He managed to take the fastest lap off me by 14 thousandths. I tried to beat it on the final 2 laps, so I was a tenth short on both occasions. So, yeah, almost got it, but yeah, he had really great pace there, and he put up a good fight. And it's actually harder to overtake around this track than you'd think. I was really struggling whilst I was in the dirty end, and as you could tell, I just couldn't get it stopped, for example, like at turn 6 and I ran into the gravel. It's just some laps I was just braking where I normally was, and it just wasn't quite stopping. So yeah, on a few occasions made a couple of mistakes, but I think in general my pace was good today, and I just played my time quite nicely, which I knew I had a lot of, and I knew I had the pace. You know, I was just trying to manage myself and not push too hard. But yeah, me and Rex had a great battle. I know when we race together we're normally pretty clean with each other, and yeah, I'd say today was a fairly clean battle, and yeah, I enjoyed the race today. So well done to Rex on P2, he put up a great fight today, and well done to Craig on P3.
And one final question. Who's your money on to take second in the championship?
I'm gonna say, for the Pramac Spirit, I'm gonna say Jack, even though he's 2 points behind, and see if we can get a 1-2 in the championship.
I like it.
Thank you.
So that has been it for round number 9. We're back with round 10 next week. And I will be here because I'll be back from Milan. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed and see you guys next week. Goodbye.